MicroStrategy is basically a giant Bitcoin fund with a small software company stapled to the side of it. And in their latest presentation, they showed that they now hold around 650,000 Bitcoin. That's worth roughly $59 billion, depending on the day you look at it. Now, that $59 billion pile of Bitcoin cost them about $48 billion. In other words, they are now sitting on an unrealized gain of more than $10 billion. And now they control something like 3% of all the Bitcoin that will ever exist. Okay, so those are their assets. Now, against that are their liabilities, which is about $16 billion worth of obligations or debt versus the $59 billion worth of Bitcoin. This is why they love to say that their LTV or loan to value ratio is about 11%. Now, is that good or bad, right? For context, 40 to 60% loan to value is generally considered acceptable for the stock market. So yes, 11% is very low, it's good, and it sounds very conservative. If I stop the story here, it sounds like there's no way anything could go wrong. They own a mountain of Bitcoin, right? And a small pile of IOUs. But there is a catch to all this. That $16 billion IOU pile has a price. Between the interest on their debt and dividends on all those preferred shares, MicroStrategy now owes about $800 million a year just to keep the machine running. That's over $2 million per day. Now, unlike a normal common stock dividend, and if you're a dividend investor, you already know this, but a preferred stock dividend cannot be turned off. A common stock dividend, a company can just stop paying you the dividends whenever it wants. But not preferred dividends. Why? Because those preferred investors bought what are essentially Bitcoin-linked bonds with a promise, as of now, to be paid double-digit dividend yields. So the question is, where does MicroStrategy get the cash to pay dividend investors? Where does it come from? The software side of the business is nice, but it's not throwing off $800 million of free cash flow a year. So in the latest presentation, they revealed the answer to that question.